Hi friends, my name is Akil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial we will see what is a data viewer in SSIS and how to use it for debugging the SSIS package. So this is my profile. I have 10 plus years of experience on Microsoft technologies, especially in SSIS. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is what is a data viewer and how to use it for debugging. What is a data viewer? So under the data flow task, when data flows from source to destination, so we can see the data using the data viewer in SSIS. So there is an option like grid view where you can actually see the data, and then there are multiple options like you can actually copy the actual data from the SSIS when it's flowing from source to destination. So you can copy the data and you can maybe paste it in a CSV file or maybe in a Excel file as well. So you can save it as well. So in this particular screenshot, you can see that we are loading data from an Excel source, and then there is a data conversion in between, and then we are inserting the data to an OLEDB destination. So you can see on the right side there is a data viewer, so you can actually look at the data, like if the data is fetched or extracted properly from source to destination. Sometimes we modify the data using some transformation components, so we can put a data viewer just before the OLED, just before loading it to destination. We can put a data viewer and then we can actually look at the data to make sure that it is actually converted or fetched correctly or not. How to use the data viewer in the what in the SSIS package, how we can use the data viewer. So data viewer can actually be used when the data is moving from source to destination, and if you want to see the data like how it is moving, then you can use the data viewer in between. So when the data is flowing from source to destination, you can actually look at the data. So um, let you put, so to put a data viewer in a particular task, what you need to do, that data viewer can be put in the data flow task. So you can expand the data flow task, and then if you want to put a data viewer, so you can right click on the data path, and then you can click on enable data viewer. So it will enable a data viewer on a particular SSIS package. So when the SSIS package will execute, so you can see that this particular grid will pop up, and it will show you all the columns and all the data that is actually flowing from source to destination. So you can verify that this is the data actually which is flowing. So you can actually copy this particular data if you want, and as I told you that you can actually maybe put this particular data in an Excel file or maybe in a CSV file or something. So if you want to put the data in a Excel file, so you can paste it, and then you can use that particular data. And if you want to let the execution of the SAS package continue, so you can detach this particular, you can detach it, and then the execution of the SAS package will run continue. So for example, the if the package started running, so you can see that right now it's displaying 1000 records from first file. And if you want to let the package run, right now the execution of the SSIS package is paused. It's not, it won't run until you click on continue, or you click on detach. So if you want to let it continue, so you can click this button. So it has loaded first file, and now it has been paused on the second file. If you want the SSIS package not to pause on any of the file, and if you want it to let it run without any interruption, then you can click on detach, and then it will load all the files. Okay, so in this particular task, yeah, in this particular data viewer, you are seeing data from all columns like ID, first name, last name, gender, company name. However, if you are interested on only specific columns, then you don't need to uh, look at rest of the columns, so you can configure it accordingly. So for example, if there is first name, last name, gender, so if you are interested on only three columns, then you can configure them as well. So to do that, right click on this particular data path and then click on edit, and then under data viewer you can actually remove the ones on which you are not interested. For example, if I'm not interested on the ID column, then I can remove the ID, and if I am not interested in company name, then I can remove the company name as well. And now I'm looking at only first name, last name, gender. You can click OK, and then if you will rerun it, then you will see only these, the selected 3 columns. Okay, so you can see like first name, last name, gender. So this is actually required when you are actually modifying data sometimes in between. For example, if I if I put it right column here, if I'm merging data from first name, if I'm generating, for example, full name from the first name, and from concatenating first name and last name, if I'm generating full name, and if I just want to, before loading the data to a SQL Server table or to some different destination, if I just want to look at the data before loading it, so I can use a data viewer in that case. So let me just show you, like if I'm concatenating first name and then last name, and if I'm creating a new column, full name, okay, then I want to look at those 3 columns, first name, last name, and then the full name. So I can move gender here, then first name, full name, and then the gender, first name, last name, full name, gender. Okay, so if I will rerun the SSIS package, so now you can see that these first name and last name have been concatenated to the second column, this one, full name. So you can verify at the data, and then if data looks fine, then you can actually disable the data viewer, and then you can continue developing your SSIS package. So to disable the data viewer from your SSIS package, what you need to do is you can right click on a data path, and then you can click on disable data viewer. So it will actually disable the data viewer from the SSIS package. And now if you will rerun the package, so it will load the data without any interruption. So this was about the data viewer, how you can use that in your SSIS package inside the data flow task. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button and do subscribe to our channel to see more videos on SSIS and other topics. Thank you so much.